नमस्कार। आप सभी लोग अपने अपने घरों पर सकुशल होंगे, ऐसी प्रभु से कामना है। सो स्टूडेंट्स, एज वी हैव ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड अवर न्यू लेसन, दैट इज photosynthesis in the higher plants, in which we have talked about the raw materials of the for the photosynthesis and the different experiments which can be done for the photosynthesis, especially for the evolution of the oxygen, for the it can be always done in the green plants, right? And especially for the photosynthesis, the green blue light is very necessary, and the oxygen which can be breaks, which can be evolved during the photosynthesis, it will always come from the water, right? And O2 is evolved during the photosynthesis, and so on, right? So after that we have to just come on the next topic, that is the different sides of the photosynthesis. Means the different site of the photosynthesis, means the place inside the cell, especially inside the plant cell, where this process of the photosynthesis will take place. Everybody know the site of the photosynthesis generally is the green leaf. No, not only the green, in the plant the site of photosynthesis, that is the leaf. But inside the leaf, inside the plant cell, right, inside the cell of the leaf, there is another place that is called the chloroplast. Means we can say the chloroplast is the site of the photosynthesis. So we can say, as everybody knows, that the green plastid that functions as the site of the photosynthesis, means plastids or the chloroplast, means it can be always take place in that chloroplast. So especially this help in the synthesis of the organic food, means this site, this green plastids can be always helpful for the synthesis of the food. Evenly we can say the process of photosynthesis takes place in the green leaves of the plant, because the chloroplast and abundantly present in the mesophyll cells of the leaves. Means generally the chloroplast is it always present in the mesophyll cells of the leaf, where this process is take place. But students, you must note special thing, that what about the chloroplast? Generally chloroplast, they are the aligned, right, with the themselves with the a flat surface parallel to the walls of the mesophyll cells. Means they can be always parallel to the wall of the mesophyll cells, which due to which they can capable to get optimum light intensity, and they would be the perpendicular to the walls of the mesophyll cells when the intensity goes very high, just to be present photooxidation chlorophyll A, right? Means especially you have to just understand about this one. Especially you must know that under the optimum light intensity, and in that condition they would be the perpendicular to the walls of the mesophills, they directly, right? And when the intensity goes very high, just to prevent the photooxidation chlorophyll A. मीन्स जब बहुत हाई इंटेंसिटी ऑफ लाइट होती है, आपको जनरल वे में पता है कि जब दिन के समय, दोपहर के समय फोटोसिंथेसिस रिएक्शन बहुत स्लो हो जाती है. ड्यूरिंग द मॉर्निंग, ड्यूरिंग द इवनिंग, दिस प्रोसेस इज वेरी फास्ट. So due to that condition, it can be take place over there, right? Or evenly we can say the chloroplast is with the double membrane, and it also contains the DNA, ribosome, right? And it's a cellular organelles. So directly we can say the chloroplast contains the proteinous matrix or the fluid that is called stroma. Just memorize in the plant cell. We talk about the structure of the chloroplast. So they can contains a matrix fluid material that is known as stroma, right? And the membrane system, that is the lamellae or the thylakoids, through which they can attach to each other at the same place, and there the thylakoid gets aggregated to the form stalk disc, that is called grana. Means that thylakoids can be always help to make attachment within those grana, right? And this we can say the inside the chloroplast, the division of the labor work within the chloroplast, we can say the membrane system is responsible for the tapering of the solar light. Means generally their membrane can capable to absorb, to trap the light, the solar light, and the synthesis of ATP and NADPH, right? Especially during the phase of the photochemical phase of that reaction, right? So whereas we can say the whenever the stroma has the enzymes which are responsible for the reductions of the carbon dioxide in the carbohydrate and formation of the sugar. Means especially the stroma can be plays a very important role for the synthesizing, for the reducing, so the breaking of the carbon dioxide into the carbohydrate and the formation of the sugar. Evenly we can say the these reactions, this photosynthetic reaction is dependent on the light, so it is also known as the light reactions. Means directly we can say this whole set of the reaction is dependent on the light, means on the light it can be occurs, so it can be, we can say it is a light reaction, while the later it dependent on the product of the light reaction as the ATP or NADPHT, NADPH, right? And it directly we can say they are the independent from direct sunlight, thus are called the dark reaction. So generally in that particular conditions it can be occurs, especially in those places. So you must know, right, as about the functions of the stroma, grana, thiocytes, right, their stroma laminal and their outermost layering. So you all must know that as the former said, means the reaction generally this reaction dependent on the light. Whenever this process will take place to formation of the light for the carbohydrate, so in that conditions it is known as light reaction. especially हम जब ये रिएक्शन, जब ये थायरोक्लाइड या क्लोरोप्लास्ट हमारा लाइट के ऊपर डिपेंड होकर के फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करता आता है और एटीपी और एनएडीपीएच को डेवलपमेंट करता है, तो इन दैट कंडीशन वी कैन से इट इज ए light reactions, right? And on the other hand we can say during another conditions, especially we can say sometimes independent from direct sunlight, thus are called dark reaction. Means sometimes without light this process can be occurs with direct sunlight नहीं होने पे भी it can be done over there. मीन्स इट कैन बी इंडिपेंडेंटली, अपने आप बिना लाइट के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट हुए भी ये प्रोसेस हो जाती है, राइट? सो इन दैट कंडीशंस वी कैन से in that condition it is known as the dark reactions in that particular conditions. Then we have to know the most important thing, the different pigments which are necessary for the photosynthesis process. What are the different products, different pigments which can be involved in the photosynthesis? For that we have to know that, especially generally you can just understand on the basis of PPT, but you must know that the pigment involved in the photosynthesis, they may be known as the photosynthetic pigments, and we can say the pigments provide the different shade of the green in leaves and different plants or in the leaves of the same plants. Means generally you have seen the shade of the leaf, जो लीफ का स्ट्रक्चर होता है, लीफ का जो शेडेड होता है उनमें भी वेरिएशंस होता है, लीफ टू लीफ वेरिएशन होता है. सो इट कैन बी बिकॉज ऑफ डिपेंडिंग ऑन दी photosynthetic pigments present in those plants. Evenly we can say these pigments can easily separated out by the chromatographic techniques. When you all will come into the school, I will just show the paper chromatography, right? It is very easy, you can done in your home also. I will just later on I will tell you in the last one, but first of all you just know one, right? Means generally all those plants can have the different pigment in that conditions. So this pigment can be easily separated by the photographic techniques or paper chromatography. It can be, they are always on the basis of their significance, their uses in the photosynthetic pigment. Especially there are two types. Number one, that is called the primary pigments, and number two, that is known as accessory pigments. Especially the primary pigments are those which can, we can say, which can be form the main molecule of the photosystem. The primary pigments are can capable to synthesize the main molecules. Especially they are the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. But on the accessory pigments we can say there are lots of pigments are also found, that is the accessory. These are the support the function of primary pigments. Especially means these accessory pigments, as you all know, but our accessory, especially primary means the main आपने देखा होगा बेटा कि हमारे पास कंप्यूटर में बहुत सारी चीज़ें रहती हैं, लेकिन कुछ या कोई व्हीकल हम खरीदते हैं तो उसमें कुछ एसेसरीज बाद में भी ली जाती हैं, हम चाहे तो यूज़ करें चाहे ना करें, लेकिन स्पेशली इन केस ऑफ दिस फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस प्राइमरी पिगमेंट जो क्लोरोफिल ए एंड बी है उसकी हेल्प करने के लिए भी सम एसेसरी पिगमेंट्स आर नीडेड ओवर देयर, सो दे आर नोन एज सपोर्टिव फंक्शंस over there, especially the xanthophylls and the carotenoid, right? So these xanthophylls and carotenoid can be also acts like a accessory pigments in the photosynthesis reaction. Especially we can say the chromatographic separation of the leaves pigment shows that it is not only the single pigment which is the responsible for the color in the leaves. Especially whenever you can do the paper chromatography, you will see all the different pigment on the different peaks over there, so you can just come on the conclusion that not only the chlorophyll A and B, that other pigments can also provide or help for the in that preparation. So we can say generally the pigments, the single pigment which is responsible for the color in the leaves, instead the different shade of the leaves are due to the different pigment that have different ability to absorb light at the specific wavelength. Means different pigments can be capable to absorb the different wavelength light themselves. Only if we can directly see the effects of these pigments, especially the chlorophyll A, right? That is, it is the bright or blue green chromatograph in that particular conditions, right? Especially we can say this is the bright or blue green chromatograph. It is the known as to be chief plant pigment associated to the photosynthesis, as I have already told you. जो chlorophyll A है ये स्पेशली मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट है फॉर द फोटोसिंथेसिस. देन वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट द chlorophyll B, right? If we want to write the formula especially about that, we can say C55H72O5N4Mg. This is the chlorophyll A. On the other chlorophyll B, this is the yellow green in color, especially it is responsible for the yellow in green color, that is C55H70O6N4 and Mg. But xanthophylls, this is the yellow in color. These pigments are oxidized the carotenoids, and carotenoid is the yellow to yellow orange in the color. They are also known as antenna pigment, right? Sometimes this question can be asked in the some competitive exams about the antenna pigment. So students, you must just think about these things. And you also know in the blue and red regions the spectrum shows higher rate of the photosynthesis, especially if we talk about the light spectrum. In that particular condition, the wavelength of the red, blue and red, the maximum efficiency of the photosynthesis will take place over there. So you must know that. And evenly we can say the chlorophyll is most necessary pigment which can be found into the plant in all over the world, and it contains the magnesiums, right? And metal as in the constitutes. Means generally this chlorophyll can be always developed with the help of the magnesium. And chlorophyll A is the found in the photosynthesizing cells also. Means all the photosynthesizing cells can always contain the such photosynthetic chlorophyll A. You can just see in the slide that especially there is a process of the chromatography. Means it can be just capable to just separate out the different photosynthetic pigments with the help of this paper chromatography. You can just see as you properly, especially whenever this process will take place, the xanthophylls, carotene, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B over there. Means whenever you put down this paper into that pigments, extracted that pigments, it will be just absorb all those like this one. So this way it can be always helpful for the absorbing and this process of the chromatography. And as I have already told you about the photosynthetic pigments, as I think you all have learned, you have also note down. So if you don't understand, as I have told you, you must chlorophyll A for the bluish green pigments, it is responsible, right? And chlorophyll B, yellow is green or light green you can say, but on the basis of the carotenoid absorb purple lights, especially that can be xanthophyll, yellow pigment, carotene, that is orange pigment, and phytothionin, that is grey pigment, in such a way. The actions of these wavelengths can also specially done, which is very necessary, right? So you all have to also know about the actions in that spectrum, in how it can be capability to done or absorption of those light, okay, in different ways. So we have to know that the different areas, especially if we talk about this action spectrum, right? You can know the graph especially related to the rate of the photosynthesis, that is y-axis, and the against the wavelength of the light, that is x-axis. I think everybody known especially about that. Means if directly you want to know, you must know this is the yx and this is the xx over there. Means this can be shown especially about the rate of the photosynthesis, right, and the releasing of the oxygen. But this is where is the you can see the different wavelength of the light, that is 400 nanometer, 500 nanometer, 600 nanometer, and the 700 nanometer, so on. So this can be shows us especially in such a way. So directly we can say the different relativity between these rate of photosynthesis and the light. We can say that relative rates of the photosynthesis at the different wavelength of the light. Now another we can say the graph given below, or this graph can be always explained to show the wavelength which maximum photosynthesis occur at the blue, violet and red wavelength. You can just see especially this region, the maximum rate of photosynthesis occurred over there, राइट स्टूडेंट्स। आप देख रहे होंगे कि मैक्सिमम अगर हम कलर के पिगमेंट के नैनोमीटर देखें तो ब्लू वायलेट जो कलर हमारा आ रहा है, तो इसमें ही सबसे ज़्यादा जो वेवलेंथ बड़ी है या जो मैक्सिमम फोटोसिंथेसिस रेट क्या है, हायर है। आप प्रॉपर अगर डायग्रामेटिक शो देख सकते हैं, राइट। सो वी कैन से द मैक्सिमम photosynthesis will occur in these conditions, especially in the blue light, violet light and the red light, especially in their wavelength in the plant. So this can be always shows the chlorophyll A in that condition, right? And on the other hand we can say especially this chlorophyll A is the chief pigment which can be especially responsible for the photosynthesis. And if we can just see in different ways, the other condition, especially in other places, it can be just reduces over there. So we can say especially that the major part of photosynthesis will always occur in the blue, red and the violet region, while in some other photosynthesis take place at the other wavelength. So they are also known as the visible spectrum, right? And they are apart from the chlorophyll A, right? And which can be mainly responsible for trapping of the light and the thiaclolites pigment that can such chlorophyll V, xanthophylls and carotenoids also absorb the light, transferring energy to the chlorophyll A. So we can say these all pigments are accessory pigments in that particular reason, but A and B are the main primary pigment for the photosynthesis. So students, you must prepare your notes and try to understand this whole diagrams for your notes. Thank you.